Morning, everyone. It's Ryan Lynch over at the Lynch Real Estate Group at Urban Nest here in Las Vegas. I wanted to share something. Recently, I was talking to my daughter about being your word and commitment. What does that look like for you? For me, one of the distinctions of leadership is being your word and committing to something, right? A lot of times we don't want to commit, or when change comes, which I was taught and I've read that the only constant in life is change. And so where do I resist that? Where do I go into wanting to be right, even when I've given my word? And so give my word to something may be as simple as I'm going to put the dishes away, right? And after I eat a meal in our household that we share with multiple people. And when I don't do that, what does it do? Number one, for me, I am not being my word. I committed to something and I was clear with that. We all had an agreement of terms and what we agreed to. And take that into your business, take that into anything that you create, whether it's laws, whether it's agreements with your spouse, agreements with your children, agreements with your coworkers, whatever it is, you've given your word. And so when I give my word and I don't do what I say I'm going to do, number one, it degrades my word and my worthiness and standing in my power. And then the people around us don't trust, right? They don't trust that it's going to get done. And so that's been a challenge as a parent, right? Through the years to be consistent with my word, expecting them to create something in their space and creating these boundaries, and then me not doing what I'm saying I want them to do. So it's crucial to not only our world, but to if we want to connect with other people, we get to be our word. And so I know I'm saying it over and over, and it's a reminder for me in our conversation. And by the way, my daughter wasn't doing her dishes, or she wasn't in that space. So that's an example I give. It may be me, right? And it may be how I'm showing up in the world. So when you don't, right? When you don't, when you give your word and you're in breakdown and you don't honor that, what do? And so what I've learned in my leadership space and really my journey in life is to clean it up, is to clear that, is to acknowledge your breakdown from a space of the clarity of responsibility. I chose not to do the dishes, and not an excuse, not a reason, right? Like, oh, I had a work event, or I was too tired, or those are all stories, right? And I can tell a good story. If you know me my whole life, I'm a storyteller. And I get to be responsible in that storytelling. So I didn't do the dishes because I made something more important than doing the dishes. Right? So I chose something different. I chose it for whatever reason I thought in that moment, or not even intentionally or consciously, and I chose it. And so now I get to recommit to my word. Moving forward, I will do the dishes, right? And that's my commitment to this family, to whoever's in our household. It's perfect, it's beautiful, it is responsible. And so when we live that way, and that's my journey, and that's my goal in life, is to live responsibly and to clean it up, right? Because we're not perfect, we are humans, and we do choose things against what we said we were going to do. It's the awareness for me to shift into something different and recommit, right? Now, if you have a recommitment over and over, I say I'm going to do this. I say I do this. Sorry, I got a cat that's jumping around. Then great, that's something to look at, right? Like you're loose with your word, or you're just going to say whatever you want in that moment to appease someone, and you already knew that you weren't going to do what you said you were going to do. So, all right. That's the tidbit for the day, and I'm going to be in here daily sharing experiences. Maybe it's in real estate. This one isn't, but I could take it into real estate. I didn't do something that I said I was going to do, right? And so I get to go back into my clients and be clear that this didn't happen, and I'm committing moving forward that it will be created. So my daily, I'll be on the podium sharing what comes up for us. A lot of real estate in our channel and what we're creating and in life, because we don't just go to our jobs, right? We just don't, even if it's a beautiful career, which you believe in, you're passionate about, which I am in real estate, it bleeds into the rest of your life, because life is life. It's all encompassing. So that's it for today. All right. Talk to you later.